Hello, I'm Mark and this is my 1961 Morris Minor Traveller. She rolled off the production line in November. She was first registered in January, 1st of January 1962. My family has owned her since 1974. When she first joined us in 74, she looked a little bit different from standard. The front bumper was completely missing, the brackets holding the bumper had been ground off completely. I think the front grille was red. She had steel banded 13-inch wheels, a huge band on them, and the rear arches have been replaced with fiberglass ones that were bright blue. I actually still have the same fiberglass ones on there now. Extra lights on the back, and I think the steering wheel was probably about this big. I became her custodian in around 1987. I was 16, I was getting ready to start learning to drive, and basically my mum said, you're going to need a car to learn to drive in, so if you can get that back together again, you can use that. Now at the time she was half in, half out of the garage, the engine was missing, the front end was completely in pieces, and unfortunately I think some mice had been into the back seat as well, so she was in a fairly sorry state for herself. Now not everyone knows, but the woodwork on the Morris Traveller is actually structural, unlike the Mini that was purely aesthetic and stuck on. So looking after this woodwork is obviously very important to the structure and maintenance of the car. Over time they do tend to rot, and this car has spent most of its life sitting outside. I try to maintain it as long as possible, but the last couple of years it got to the point where it really needed changing. Now I didn't have the budget to do all of that in one go, so the guys down in Chertsey Minors, Pete and Nigel down there, said, well, why don't you just get one side done at a time, and then you can spread those payments, and it makes it a bit easier. So that's exactly what I did. And, the last piece of the puzzle now is to get those back doors done. As you can see, the back doors are a slightly different colour from the sides, the new sides that are there, and this is how it all should be looking. As you can see, the inside panels are looking a little bit worn here, where they've been bumped around, repaired, and holes filled where there were some additional lights put onto the back. So as part of the getting the new wood frames as well, I'm going to get some aluminium panels as well. So now it's off to Chertsey Minors, where Pete and Nigel managed to secure me the last set of ash frame rear doors. Apparently the factory are shutting everything down and they're moving to new accommodation, so it would have been quite a long wait for the next lot. So let's carry on with the journey and head over to Chertsey Minors, and let's have a look at these doors. So here we are at Chertsey Minors. So the new doors are sitting just inside in a box. So let's go in and pull them out and have a little sneak preview. Inside here we've got Pete doing some grinding on an MG. And this is the box with the new doors. Looking good. So they've got to be adjusted to fit, and then we'll see those on the car. Well, I've had the call from Pete at Chertsey Minors, and the doors are ready and are fitted on the car. So I'm heading over there now to have a look. Thank you very much for watching, subscribing, and the thumbs up. It really does give me the encouragement to get cracking on these cars. Next up, it's going to be back onto the 308 to get these carbs sorted out. And then after that, I think it's going to be try and tackle the interior on the Morris. Oh, there she is. Let's have a look at these back doors. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a difference. I can't believe it.